Hello, I'm Chris Barrow with the BBC News. In a major data breach, the names and work locations of thousands of police officers in Northern Ireland have been mistakenly published online. The information leak appears to include everyone employed in the police service of Northern Ireland. The Assistant Chief Constable, Chris Todd, said it happened after an information request.
In the response, unfortunately, one of our colleagues has embedded the source data which informed that request. So what was within that data was the surname, the initial, the rank or grade, the location in the department for each of our current employees across the police service. I understand that that will be of considerable concern to many of my colleagues and their families indeed at the moment.
The data is particularly sensitive because of Northern Ireland's troubled past. The leaders of 8 South American countries have agreed to tackle deforestation in the Amazon, a key measure in combating climate change. They signed a joint declaration at a regional summit held in the Brazilian city of Belém. Here's Katie Watson.
The biggest thing to come out of this summit is the fact that countries in South America are committed to working together on one of the biggest challenges of our time. In the words of the declaration, they want to prevent the Amazon from reaching a point of no return. Trying to find a united way forward to protect the forest is no mean feat in a region that often feels very fragmented and with huge political differences between neighbours. Members have acknowledged the importance of drawing up common goals such as combating deforestation, as well as recognising the importance of combating hunger and poverty among the nearly 50 million people who live there.
The US President Joe Biden has announced that nearly 1 million acres around the Grand Canyon, cherished by local Native American tribes as sacred land, will be designated a national monument. New uranium mining projects will now be prohibited. A judge in Los Angeles has sentenced the Canadian rapper Tory Lanez to 10 years in prison for shooting the Grammy Award-winning hip-hop artist Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. It happened when the two left a party in the Hollywood Hills 3 years ago. Lorna Gordon reports.
Megan Thee Stallion needed surgery to remove bullet fragments. In a statement read in court, the Grammy Award winner said she would never be the same and had not experienced a single day of peace since the shooting. Prosecutors had asked the judge to impose a 13-year prison sentence on Lanez, who has had 7 top 10 albums in the US. His lawyers argued he should get probation and time in a drug treatment program. They say he will appeal against the sentence.
The case proved divisive in the world of hip-hop, and prosecutors said Megan Thee Stallion was brave to testify. The shooting sparked a war of songs. This is the latest world news from the BBC. French prosecutors have released without charge a German man arrested after his wife said he'd been holding her captive for 12 years. They said there was no evidence she was being kept against her will. The man insisted his wife had cancer and he was caring for her. 5 officers belonging to an elite French police unit, RAID, were arrested on Tuesday in connection with the death of a man during the anti-police riots that convulsed France in early July. Mohamed Bendris died while riding a scooter in the southern port city of Marseille. Prosecutors now say it's probable his death was caused by a police projectile. A major study of nearly 250,000 people has found walking just 5,000 steps a day could be enough to seriously improve people's health rather than the 10,000 that's been previously suggested. Researchers say even at 2,300 steps, the risk of dying from cardiovascular diseases was reduced. Honey Fine is a personal fitness trainer.
As well as being incredible for your mental health, walking is very low impact, which means it is suitable for almost anybody. Walking can also lower your blood pressure, strengthen your muscles to protect your bones. It can increase energy levels, as well as releasing endorphins to boost your mood. And it can also help you maintain a healthy weight alongside healthy eating.
Scientists have found that middle-aged or older adults who eat a handful of nuts a day see an average 17% fall in depression rates. Those who daily ate 30 grams of nuts were less likely to report taking antidepressants or be diagnosed with depression. Researchers think the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of nuts may have a protective effect on mental health. The findings were extracted from the records of 500,000 Britons studied over 12 years and published in the journal Clinical Nutrition. And that's the latest BBC News.